Record. Welcome, class 12 students. Today's lecture is inverse trigonometric function formulae. We will learn the formulae. The starting formulas are we have a function sine inverse x plus cos inverse x. You see this function sine inverse x plus cos inverse x will be equal to what? Pi by 2. And see, the domain of sine inverse function and cos inverse functions are same. Mod x is less than equal to 1. So basically in their domain is same. So naturally for all the values they are justified equal to pi by 2. Sine inverse and cos inverse, they are the co-function of each other. Tan function tangent and cotangent. You see tan inverse x plus cot inverse x equal to again pi by 2. And tan inverse x and cot inverse x both have same domain, that x belong to all real number. Means you can say that here x belong to minus infinity to plus infinity. Similarly, we see that here sec inverse x plus cosec inverse x equal to pi by 2. This is second and it's a co-function cosecant. So second sec inverse x plus cosec inverse x equal to pi by 2. And the domain of sec inverse x and cosec inverse x are same, mod x greater than or equal to 1. When I write down here the mod x greater than or equal to 1, what is the meaning of this one? That x is greater than 1 or x is less than or equal to minus 1. When we write down the mod x less than or equal to 1 means x lie in the range of minus 1 to plus 1. So the first function, if there are function and there is the inverse function of any function and the inverse function of its co-function, if we added these two functions, the value will comes out pi by 2. You see in all the case we are getting the pi by 2. Now the second set of function is we have a reciprocal functions are that. We know sine and cosec, sine x and cosec x are the reciprocal of each other. So sine inverse x equal to what? Cosec inverse 1 upon x. See, x is the above sides are there. You see the x, sine inverse x, the x is written here. So we are taking the domain of as a sine function is there. Like say the mod x is less than or equal to 1 as the sine function is that. Similarly, you can say sine inverse 1 upon x equal to cosec inverse x. So again, we take the x in the above sides are there, numerators are there. We take the domain this one that x must be mod x must be greater than or equal to 1. The domain of the cosec inverse x function. Similarly, tan inverse 1 upon x and cot inverse x. See, these two functions has basically defined a different reason. While the tan inverse function defined in the first and fourth quadrant, cot inverse defined in the first and second quadrant. So not depends on the domains are that. So we say that these functions are true only for when x is positive number. Means in the first quadrant we are talking. Similarly, the cot inverse x, tan inverse 1 upon x, only in the first quadrant they are true, means x must be positive. For x negatives, these two functions will not be true. Say sec inverse 1 upon x, that is sec x is a reciprocal of cos functions are that. Again, you see the x in the numerators are there. So domain will be decided by this x is there, mod x is less than equal to 1. The cos inverse x domains are that. Cos inverse 1 upon x equal to sec inverse x. When mod x must be greater than 1, the domain of, we see that here, sec inverse x functions are that. So we know we can convert the function very easily without thinking too much. Now, if a negative sign in the ratio, in the this we see that trigonometric ratio is x, minus x is there. So this I take this minus. I would like to remove the minus sign from the argument of the function. Let's say sine inverse is a function. The argument is minus x, and I want to remove this minus sign. So what I say, sine function is there. The minus sign goes outside the function. Minus sine inverse x. Same will take place from the tan inverse minus x equal to minus of tan inverse x, and cosec inverse minus x equal to minus of cosec inverse x. Because you see in this three sets are there, we have the function is defined broadly basically in the first and fourth quadrant. So we are taking the range in only in these two regions. So we say that here comes out the minus sign only. The second set of functions, the cos family functions are that cos inverse, we say the minus x. This is a minus x is there. Function is the minus x, and this is a minus x is there. The formula with the minus x. So cos inverse minus x will be equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Cot inverse minus x will be pi minus cot inverse x. Sec inverse minus x equal to pi minus sec inverse x. And this function must lie because function is lying in the first and second quadrant. So this cos inverse, this family of function, basically the principal value lie in the range of first and second quadrant. So we are writing the values. Minus sign will be removed by giving the pi minus cos inverse x. Cot inverse minus x equal to pi minus cot inverse x. Sec inverse minus x equal to pi minus sec inverse x. Now, let's say the two functions are there, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, and we want to make the sum of these two functions. These two functions will be taken as sum depending upon the value of x and y. If the product xy is less than 1, then we say tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. If this product x and y is greater than 1, then we say x, if let's say here the whether the what is the value of x and y. If x and y both are positive, if x and y both are positive, then we have the function pi plus tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Means in this function, we add the pi also added. So pi plus this function will be there. If when the xy is greater than 1 and x and y both are positive. Now if xy is again greater than 1 is there, but x and y both are negative. When x and y both are negative, the value will comes out, we add the minus pi in the function. You see the same function is there. In this same function, I say xy, this is a minus 1 minus xy. The formula is minus pi plus tan inverse x plus y 1 minus xy. So we add the minus pi plus tan inverse x plus y 1 minus xy. In this function, we add the minus pi. So basically it depends on the product terms of x and y. Now, tan inverse minus x minus tan inverse y. If the minus signs are there and we want to combine these two functions. So it will comes out tan inverse x minus y upon 1 plus xy. See this minus sign is there. So I take this minus sign. I put here the minus sign. And this alternate sign. Condition is that xy must be greater than minus 1. Okay. If xy is not greater than minus 1 is there or less than minus 1, then we have a condition also. So that's not in your class 12th courses there. Twice of tan inverse x. These are three formulas are there. You see that here we have a three formulas of 2 tan inverse x. One in tan inverse, one in sine inverse, and one is cos inverse. In tan inverse, 2 tan inverse x equal to tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square, where mod x is less than 1. Again, you say this one, 2 is also equal to sine inverse 2x upon 1 plus x square, mod x is less than 1. And 2 tan inverse x equal to cos inverse 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square when x is greater than 0. So you have three formulas of the 2 tan inverse x are there. You can use the function either in tan, cos, or sine. Now the another set of function is this one, sine inverse 2x under root of 1 minus x square. This will be equal to what we say, twice of sine inverse x will be equal to twice of cos inverse x. It well has two values basically. Twice of sine inverse x when x lie in the range of minus 1 upon root 2 to plus 1 upon root 2. And 2 cos inverse x when x lie in the range of 1 by root 2 to plus 1. So these are the functions are that in the trigonometry, inverse trigonometric functions are there. And I hope that you understand all the functions are very well.